Well, you're all very welcome here to Fla Dura 2020. We're here in Studio 2, the home of Bala Nagalia CCE. We've a feast of singers here today who will be singing some great traditional songs. We're going to start with Gerard Closkey, who's a North Derry singer. Gerard is certainly a singer that has been around for quite some time. He sang for many years, and then he had a little short break for 25 years, he told me, and then he came back and he won the All-Ireland there a few years ago in Ennis. I first heard Gerard Closkey singing at the Willie Clancy Festival in West Clare, and he has some great songs, and he has a wonderful style of traditional singing. Gerard's going to sing two songs here today. The songs are Craigie Hill and The Banks of Kilray. So, Gerard Closkey.
One evening for my recreation, as I strolled by the lovely moss ban, a young couple were in conversation, which brought me therefore to a stand. A young man discoursing with his darling, he invited her kindly away, but she said, I cannot leave my parents here at home on the banks of Kilray. He said, love, you're one of the fairest. My heart you have wounded full sore. Come and we'll leave this land of oppression, and old Ireland's I'll never see more. And if you'll consent to go with me, your passage I am able to pay, and we'll both reap the fruits of our labours here at home on the banks of Kilray. She said, sir, 'tis folly to travel, and I never will cross o'er the main. There is danger in crossing deep waters, therefore now your journey's in vain. Here at home I have peace, I have plenty, and me passage I am able to pay, and I'll reap the fruits of my labours here at home on the banks of Kilray. He said, love, now don't you remember that promise you made unto me? Sure, it being in the month of November, We were talking of crossing the sea. You said you would live with me tomorrow and invited me therefore to stay, and that when the spring would return, we would both leave the banks of Kilray. So it's now to conclude and to finish, and I must now lay down my pen. Here's a health to the bonny ban waters, and the fair maidens around Bringen. Farewell to my friends and companions, for it's now I am going away, and you'll not see my face, no, nay, never, here at home on the banks of Kilray. So my second song this evening is Craigie Hill, and I learned from the singing of Rosie Stewart from County Fermanagh, again at a workshop in Dungiven, County Derry in the early 1990s. In being in spring and the small birds were singing, down by yon shady arbour I carelessly did stray. Oh, the thrushes they were warbling, the violins were charming, to view fond lovers talking, while I didn't delay. She said, my love, don't leave me yet for another season. Though fortune may be pleasing, I'll go along with you. I'll forsake friends and relations, and I'll quit this Irish nation, and to the bonny ban banks forever I'll bid adieu. He said, my love, don't grieve me, or yen deny my patience. You know I love you dearly, the more I am gone away. I am going to a foreign nation to purchase a plantation, to comfort us hereafter, all in a merry kay. Now the landlords and their agents, the bailiffs and their bagels, the land of our forefathers were forced for to give o'er Now we're sailing on the ocean for honor and promotion, and parting with our sweethearts, 'tis them we do adore. Now if you were in bed lying and thinking on dying, on the side of the bonny banks, your sorrow you'd give o'er. And if you were one short hour down in yon shady bower, oh, pleasure wouldn't surround you, sure you'd think on death no more. So then fare thee well, sweet craigie hills, where oftentimes I have roven. I never thought my boyhood days I'd part you any more. Now we're sailing on the ocean for honor and promotion, and the wee ships they are sailing way down by Duran shore. Sinead.
Up next, we have a wonderful singer called Crossan. Kate is originally from County Antrim, but is now living in Derry. Very much part of the song tradition. Kate has a wonderful store of songs. Kate lived for a few years in Canada, and she recorded with a group called Kitty's Kitchen. She also put out a CD in 2015 called Away, and it was highly acclaimed. I certainly have a copy of it myself. She's going to sing two songs here today. The first one is Fair Randallstown, and the second one is Nora.
Fair Randallstown. From the sweet county Antrim I am lately come down to view that fair village that they call Randallstown, where the waters run clearly and everything's nice. It reminds me of Eden or some paradise. I mounted on horseback a few miles for to ride, till I came to a cottage near Cathal waterside. Says I to myself, in this cottage there might be a maid neat and handsome, and she might like me. So I says, my pretty Bessie, if you will come with me to the fair town of Antrim, where it's married we will be. Your friends and relations, they won't run you down, for the leaving of Kells water and fair Randallstown. Your offer is good, sir, I cannot deny, but to further the acquaintance I cannot comply. Do you not think it might be a slight on my mind to leave sweet Kel's water and fair hearts behind? To the sweet Ballyboland my love you I will bring, where the blackbird does whistle and the nightingale does sing, where the lark and the linnet they would all join so sweet, and they'd all sing in a chorus just to sing you to sleep. Oh, come I then, my bonny wee laddie, sure it's now I've changed my mind, and to go and get married, my heart feels so inclined. We'll bid friends and relations a last fond adieu. I'll go home to my parents and tell them I will follow you. For the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird, and she sings as she flies. She brings us glad tidings, and she tells us no lies. And she drinks the Kel's water, all to keep her voice clear. And she only sings cuckoo in the spring of the year. Nora. Ah, Nora, when you're writing, please tell me this, I pray. Is that little whitewashed schoolhouse still standing on the brae? Does the lark still sing as sweetly as in days when you and I first roamed through Killacolpy's hills, in those happy days gone by? Oh, Nora, will you tell me, and do you ever roam down by the lovely birchy glen beside the moonlit grove? And can you there on Loch Ness banks still hear the humming bee among the bloomin' wild mint that sends the summer's breeze? And down by Kells' verdant point in the summer's evening fine, do the fishermen still bend their oars to set their hooks and lines? Do the moonbeams of Lanyard far o'er the rippling wavelet shine to light them on their homeward course from the shores of Coney Isle? Round Arbroath, Crossan Abbey, does the ivy still entwine, to shield those sacred ruins from the crumbling hands of time, o'er the ashes of our fathers does the shamrock ever bloom, and the old cross still keeps sentinel o'er the cold and silent tomb. An hour of morning before I am laid to rest, I would like to see our bowstring playing in its summer mantled rest. Then I'd roam no more from that fair shore where nature's charms dwell. All around my little moorland home, where dwells the heather bell. And when life's journey's over, on the spot Saint Patrick trod, then lay me in the silent tomb beneath the shamrock sod, there to sleep till the hot great summer hangs, when time will be no more. All around those murmuring waters, round the banks of Loch Ness shores.
I'm going to sing two songs here. The first one is a song called The Rose of Ardee. It's a song that I learned from the singing of a man called Desi Wilkinson, who's also a flute player. And it's quite a popular song in the tradition. And then I'll follow that by a song called McGuinness, which is a song that I heard from the singing of County Down singer Roisin White. The version that I sing here now is slightly a bit different in that I took some extra verses from the Sam Henry book, The Songs of the People, and made it into, I suppose you could call it, my own version of McGuinness. When first to this country a stranger I came, I placed my affection on a comely young dame. She was neat, tall, and slender in every degree. She's the flower of this country, the Rose of Ardee. I courted this fair maid for a month, 2 or 3. Her waist it was slender, and her carriage serene, till at length a young weaver came her for to see, stole a flower of this country, the Rose of Ardee. My curse I will give unto any young man who would place his affections too much upon one. For they'll go and drink with you till your money is gone, and they'll go and they will leave you
for some other young man. I will go to the army for a month to our tree, in hopes some fair damsel I might chance for to see. For in hope in hereafter I might meet one in time that will banish a lovely Nancy clean out of my mind. From Belfast to Bangor to the Midlands I'll go, from Carlow to Mallow where the black water flows. I will then go down to Kerry where my mind will be free to forget you, my lovely Nancy. She's a rose of Ardee. I am a bowl weaver, I've done my endeavour at courting pretty fair maids abroad and at home. But I been in such mettle I never would settle till I tried some place else than the county Tyrone. My parents often told me they would try to control me. They would make me a dripper if I'd stay at home. But I still had a notion for higher promotion and to see other parts than the county Tyrone. When I came into Newry, it was there I fell a courting a bonny wee girl for a wife of my own. But she would not hear me, or yet would come near me. For she said I was married in the county Tyrone. Although I'm a stranger, my love, there's no danger. For married nor promised I never was to one. And then she swore by her conscience that she'd run all chances and follow with me to the county Tyrone. It was down in yon harbour our ship she lay waiting, and the captain he viewed us as we came along, and then he threw a plank to us and on board he drew us. And he said that our vessel was bound for Tyrone. My love, she lay dying, lamenting and crying. I offered a cordial that I brought from home, and then she kindly did mention without a pretension, and sir, I'll do without it till I get to Tyrone. And now we're safe landed in our native country. In spite of her parents, I did bring her home, and my love's name to finish is wee Jenny Inish. And I'm bold McGuinness from the county Tyrone.